Previously on The Final Pitch.
Challenge me on this one. Access to cash should be affordable and accessible, right? But isn't shipping it making access to it more expensive?
My offer is to sit down with you guys and learn a little more. I think there is probably a way to help you guys test this at a larger scale.
Same as John, I think we can have a chat about, is there a better way to solve this issue?
To add to the offers of both gentlemen, would love to be a resource for you also.
We appreciate all your offers and we would love to work with you. Thank you.
I don't think you need 500,000 personally, and I'm not the right investor for you.
I would love to be helpful in mentoring you guys.
Just like Francis, I'm more than willing to help.
We do a lot of work in the Fintech ecosystem, which we can expose you to.
Wow. These guys just give you a ton of revenue opportunities, and I'm loving you guys as entrepreneurs. I'm willing to write a $10,000 personal check as an angel investor in your company for 1% of the business.
Sir, thank you so much. Thank you. Sir, thank you.
This week, we meet the woman champion of Digital Pilipinas, Geiser Maclang Co-founder, Amor Maclang. And day one of the pitches concludes with the last batch of entrepreneurs. My name is John Aguilar, and I'm a serial entrepreneur based in Manila, Philippines. I've gathered a formidable cast of business and industry leaders on the lookout to fund and support the country's rising tech startups. Wei Zhou, CEO of Coins.ph. Francis Plaza, co-founder and CEO of PayMongo. Avin Ong, founder and CEO of Fredly Group of Companies. Amor Maclang, co-founder of Geiser Maclang. Rose Ong, senior executive vice president and COO of Wilcon Depot. And John Yanuschak, president and CEO of UBX. Many will try, but only a few will make it to the final pitch. Digital Pilipinas is the largest private sector-led movement to tech up the Philippines. Led by its convener, Amor Maclang, she has made technology one of her main national advocacies.
Digital Pilipinas is the largest private sector-led movement to build an ecosystem for innovation and technology for the country. And our hope is to not just take on some of the largest problems of the Philippines that are addressable with technology, but collectively to raise our innovation quotient as a country. We are experiencing a technology renaissance here in the Philippines, where the best and brightest from all over the world are actually choosing to domicile themselves here in the Philippines. Now what we're seeing is an influx of global technology talents choosing to headquarter themselves here in the Philippines because we have the greatest talent for it. We have a killer ecosystem, the most enabling regulators. So the formula for success to build a great technology business is here in the Philippines.
Digital Pilipinas, as a movement, represents the most expansive, industry-driven effort to bring together the champions of emerging technologies with the business leaders who are committed to transforming the landscape. It is our honor and privilege to once again co-convene Digital Pilipinas. Let the world feel the excitement as our nation becomes a center for innovation.
This year, we have 4 priority areas. Number 1 is MSME digitalization and e-commerce. The ultimate objective is to be able to trade in trust and in confidence outside of your traditional borders. Digital Pilipinas is the channel partner of Proxtera, the global procurement arm of the MAS that is intended to create a safe space for entrepreneurs from all over the world to be able to trade in security and in trust.
As a pioneer in e-commerce in electronics, my vision is to see every Filipino household having a gadget purchased from Kim's store. We share the same goal with Digital Pilipinas, pursuing the same mission, gathering talented individuals who can make a change and putting Philippines in the center of innovation.
The Philippine e-commerce market is forecasted to be the fastest growing e-commerce market globally this year, growing by more than 25%. And Digital Pilipinas is bringing together a lot of those ecosystem stakeholders, and as such, I'm very glad to be part of the Digital Pilipinas movement that helps to develop this vibrant industry in the Philippines.
The second work stream that we're championing in Digital Pilipinas is the creation of an API-led economy. We're looking at launching an API marketplace that would allow for continuous innovation and continued connection between businesses and organizations here in the Philippines.
An API-led economy is about unbundling products so that customers can access what they want, when they want it, at a competitive price. They can use APIs, connect to a startup that's specifically serving that community. And that's the power of the API-led economy. It allows the product and the providers and the users who are receiving and benefiting from that product to connect in ways they couldn't before.
Financial inclusion is ensuring that we make financial services accessible and affordable to every individual and business in the country. It also allows us to educate and promote discovery on their own and assist them with the right services anywhere they are and anytime they need it.
The third work stream that we're championing in Digital Pilipinas is all about micro-education and micro-certification. The way we look at education has tremendously changed throughout the years. No longer are kids committed to take a 4, 6, 7-year course in university, and instead they're focusing on technological skills that are snackable and easy to acquire, immediately certifiable, and with your credentials being carried with you in the blockchain.
We have to embrace the idea of micro-credentials, micro-certifications, or even micro-degrees. What it is really is learning less things and learning things faster. What we need to do together with Digital Pilipinas is create that bridge that will address the skills gap in this new economy.
So the way we see EdTech is really to solve not just one or two pain points, but really solve most of the pain points of the entire ecosystem. And that's really by pushing for digital learning and helping both not just the students and their parents, but also the teachers, the schools, and all the institutions like government and corporates that are working towards independent, well-trained, successful citizenry that can get the jobs and the careers that they want.
As we consider the challenges facing the world today, we at Microsoft acknowledge the enormous responsibility we have to ensure that the technology we are building benefits everyone around us. And it has to be in line with our mission, which is to empower every person and every organization on the planet.
And last but not the least is, of course, Fintech, which is the fuel that fires all of these industries. We look at Fintech not so much as a vertical, but rather a horizontal that powers various industries. During the pandemic, everyone talked about the dramatic increase in digitalization and also in digital transformation. A lot of what precipitated that was actually the movement of money. And the movement of money in those various verticals was brought about by Fintech. In our case, we will ensure that Fintech will continue to not just energize, but revitalize legacy industries for the country.
To have also a basis by which we can laymanize application of technology. There can be an approach wherein it can be hybrid. There can be an approach by which we can be more patient about people not adopting immediately.
What Fintech did is they proved that the minimum digital hygiene of 24/7 accessibility, Six Sigma reliability, real-time transactions, safe and secure was very possible. The use of mobiles and other devices allowed those services to be self-service in many ways. So that basically increased the accessibility of financial services to a broader set of the population.
We recognize that not one company can make finance for all happen. We believe in the power of collaboration and how it could speed up inclusion. This will help us in our desire to empower communities because even the tiniest contribution adds up and has a snowball effect to create meaningful waves of impact in the country today.
the right timing, the right ingredients are all in place, we can truly start the beginning of our road to a digital Pilipinas. If we're going to create more advocates for what the country needs, or if we're going to look for solutionists to solve the problems of our country through technology or otherwise, then we need to create scale. I have seen how the final pitch has been so great at bringing together talent and businesses and ideas that are united not just in mission but also in values. It's easy to invest in any business, but what's more difficult is actually to find people that you can trust and invest in. Whether in the final pitch or in life, I always look for heart and I always look for passion. We're investing not just in leaders, not in a business plan, but in a vision. And then coupled with excellence in execution and purpose. That's what I'm looking for in the final pitch.
Up next.
Good afternoon, investors. My name is Nico of Ride Radar.
This to me is like a times 10. It's even more than that. It's probably like a times 100 to your business.
We will take 100 USD for 12%.
Yeah, my offer stands. It's either take it or leave it.
Next to pitch is an entrepreneur whose focus is to create a centralized app for on-demand riding and delivery services.
Hey Nico.
Hi John.
So Nico, the last time I saw you was 2 months ago. I was on a business trip in Israel.
Yes, correct. I saw your IG story that you also arrived in Tel Aviv, and at the time I was in Jerusalem. And the reason why I was in Israel at the time is because we got accepted into the prestigious global accelerator program called Mass Challenge Israel. So that was actually the reason why I was here.
So you're pitching something exciting to the judges today. I know you've been successful before, but now is really the proof is in the pudding. I hope you get your investment here on the show. So you're up next, Nico. Good luck.
Thank you so much, John. Good afternoon, investors. My name is Nico of Ride Radar. So what we're doing is that we're helping people find the best and the cheapest on-demand rides and delivery services options from multiple service providers in just one app. Well, essentially, you can call us as the Trivago or the Skyscanner of on-demand rides and delivery services. So we are here today to ask for $600,000 US for a safe agreement, and that will enable us to grow our B2B clients 200% month on month, and also to grow our B2C users by 1 million by the end of 2023. And we wanted to achieve our goal of 70,000 daily active transactions in our platform. And of course, we wanted to add more team members in our team. And in return, we are offering 20% discount for the period of 3 years with a 2.5 million cap in USD. Please meet Anna. She's one of the many Filipinos who experience this kind of problem. It's because of how imbalanced of our supply and demand, because how fragmented as well of our ride and delivery system in the Philippines. Normally, she wastes about 30 minutes to 1 hour of her time. It's either by long waiting or finding different rides from different providers. And also, we have discovered that even the major players, they have 65% fulfillment capacity and there's still 35% that goes unfulfilled. And I'm very data-driven. So before we even pursued this and before we became more serious about it, we've done our validation. So we conducted a survey, and out of that survey, 91% of the respondents, they are willing to pay a premium price for them to have an access to an aggregator platform where they can do more, not just ride and not just delivery, but they can actually compare prices from different providers. Our edge is that we offer ease of access to multiple information and providers simultaneously. And also, we offer multiple segments in one app. We are starting with delivery, and we will be activating the ride sharing soon. Thank you very much, investors, for your time. And at Ride Radar, again, we are helping people save their time and money by connecting them efficiently and faster to different service providers. And we're really hoping that you can be part of our startup journey. Thank you very much.
So you're doing B2B. So you have aggregators, international, like, shipping companies.
Yes, ma'am.
And then for middle mile, let's say from the warehouse to the store, and from the store to the customers.
Yes, ma'am.
So you do first, middle, and last mile.
Yes, ma'am.
Now my question is, did you develop the app?
Yes, it's a Filipino company, and we hired Filipino developers to develop our app.
Right now we have existing delivery providers. We just want to integrate them into one ecosystem.
So you really just want to use the tech?
Yeah.
So if I were you, I would want a large stake in his business, because you're effectively going to give him some guaranteed business and you're going to fund his company, but you don't want to stop him from developing the B2C applications and potentially other B2B. But what that means to me is you want to hold a significant stake for the business that you are going to give him, right?
Well, from Rose's perspective, is like, I'm going to have an app that's going to work within my sort of ecosystem, and I'm going to have maybe like a small option of owning a retail app, right? That's pretty good trade for her, right? But then I'm thinking from Nico's end, like, what's his ask, right? His ask is funding, right?
You know what the beauty is? You're gonna give him the traction. So your equity, you're gonna solve your problem. You're gonna drive up the value of the equity that you own. It's like double dipping.
So like,
it's actually great. The more I think about it.
No, that's why I want to end. I want to back.
Well, yeah. As soon as you're in, then
as soon as you're in, we're all in. Like me and Francis are just like, we're just waiting. It's sort of like,
I'm just waiting for my investment management fee. Yeah.
Rose, making that
okay.
decision.
100K for 40%.
100K for 40%.
Yeah.
The hardest thing is acquiring customers. And that's what this actually represents. And it also represents, and it's not just that, it's also the partnership, right? So when you need to raise more money, you've got a partner with a lot of skin in the game. I think that's huge, right? So it's, life's a trade-off, what can I tell you, right? But, this to me is like a times 10. It's even more than that. It's probably like a times 100 to your business right off the get-go. And a great partner, and you still control the company.
Can I ask for 10 minutes just to discuss with my co-founder? Thank you. So Rose is offering us $100 USD for 40% of our company. So I think the way how it will work is that if Rose is in, the rest of the guys will be investing as well. So Rose wanted to get wanted to give us $100 USD for 40% of our company. I'm not okay with it.
Me too.
My counter offer is this. She can give us $100 100K USD for 20% of our company. Would you be okay with that? Because we don't want to dilute ourselves when we open ourselves for the next round of funding. 100K USD for 20%.
12.
So our counter offer is to Rose, $100 USD for 12%.
Yep.
And that's it. We're good with it. Yep. Cool. Thanks, bro. Come here. Come with me. I wanted to introduce my co-founder, Ben. So both of us already, we talk about the offer of Rose. It's really good. Thank you, Rose, for the offer. And so we both decided that we will take $100 USD for 12%. It's because we don't want to dilute ourselves when we open for the next round of funding. We know that you can give us more. You can give us also business and tractions. But for now, that's what we wanted to counter offer Rose.
Yeah, my offer stands. It's either take it or leave it.
For 40%, I think that's too much to ask for, because we're offering safe at this point.
Okay.
Thank you very much. We've heard from these amazing investors that what we're doing is really much needed in the Philippine market, and it's high time for our service to be out in the market.
The most important thing here is the partnership that we could get it. But in terms of the percentage of the company, we cannot accept it. It was too high for us at the moment.
Now, Rose, I figured you're just all in on that one. I'm just giving you a hard time. This whole show is about the tech edition.
Yeah.
But it's, in many ways, it's never about the tech.
Yes.
The tech is the enabler of a business model, of a unique value proposition.
It's more of the value that you give, right?
No, it's what you solve.
Yeah, you also invest in the founder, right?
Yes.
Up next,
I'm here today seeking $500,000 investment. Let's build and invite Web3 builders together.
This is a play on the same theme of unrealistic expectations around valuation.
If Coins were to invest, what can you offer us?
For what you're asking, your business doesn't seem scalable.
Next on stage is a blockchain-based consulting firm that helps clients scale their projects for design, game development, and Web3.
Hi, Kyle.
Hi, John.
So, Kyle, you are a serial entrepreneur, and you've always co-founded companies with a partner.
Yeah.
Now you're in a very tricky space, Web3, blockchain. That's something that you focus on for this particular startup.
Well, yeah, I'm really looking at it as a Web2 space where the internet just started. And then now I saw this blockchain opportunity where maybe we could build the same that we've done before. That's why I'm trying to focus and invite more builders in the Web3 space and trying to support them early on.
So you know what it's like to put up something from scratch? I think that's what you're here to do, is to help these companies transition from Web2 to Web3. So tall order, some of our judges are deeply entrenched in Web3. You're up next. Good luck.
Thank you, John. Hi, investors. I'm Kyle Salvador, the founder and chief visionary officer of LX Studio Labs. And before I proceed in sharing what LX Studio Labs is all about, let me tell you a brief story about myself. I really love selling way back when I was in elementary, and I tried to sell a lot of products, from cell phone cases, cell phone accessories, whatever is trendy on the market. I tried to sell them to my classmates. And yeah, from there, even when I was in college, there's this urge within me that I'd like to go out there and find another way to make money. And now I'm here in front of you today. I decided to focus on this project, LX Studio Labs, seeking $500,000 investment on a safe note at 2.5 million valuation cap. Investors, are you looking for the right partner to help you build that Web3 idea of yours? Or maybe just like building a decentralized app? Or maybe a game, like a play-to-earn scheme? With our research, we have found out that there are no service provider in the Web3 space that offers specifically the game development service, as well an entity that helps and supports the very early stage project of a Web3 founders. And as you also know, there are high fees on developing on blockchain space or Web3 development because of the shortage of blockchain developers. Introducing to you LX Studio Labs, the excellent partner for your blockchain venture. You lead, we build. So LX Studio Labs provide a full range of services from design, game, blockchain, or Web3 development. And we are the enabler of Web3 space. We will be the partner for your blockchain venture. We are the right people to help and guide you throughout your journey. And we are also looking to establish our LX Bootcamp to train and develop talents from design, game, and blockchain developments. We have been serving since 2021, and we have served around 22 clients already. As you can see here, we have a use case, and we can call it an NFT loyalty pass, where each of your brand has an NFT. And those NFT, once created, we can have them minted on the NFT marketplace of your own, and your audience can basically own an NFT of yours. So our business model is practically straightforward. So we provide a full range of services from design, game, and blockchain development, and we get paid via subscription-based, per package or per service, or maybe a customized package, depending on your needs, or just direct hire pool of talents. So basically, the $500,000 fund will be used for our salaries, boosting up our equipment, sales and marketing, R&D of our LX Bootcamp, subscriptions, and compliance. And we aim by 2022, with your investment, to increase our revenue to $779,000 at an average of 150% year-on-year growth. So investors, it's now or never. Let's build and invite Web3 builders together.
If Coins were to invest, like, what can you offer us?
Well, what we specialize on is really on the gamification side and also the design side. We can create your own NFT collection because we have an in-house digital artist. And yeah, we could also integrate a blockchain tech.
Why don't you create a platform that will aggregate other Web3 developers?
You know, as a Web3 builder myself, it's very difficult to find also the right people. And the shortage basically on the blockchain developers is pretty high. So we really wanted to also establish our LX Bootcamp, wherein any developers that has a foundation on computer science or IT could maybe explore on Web3 and learn some skill so we could accommodate also the shortage of blockchain developers.
I have a question before I want to put something on the table. How built out is your NFT loyalty card program?
Yeah, actually this is a concept.
Okay.
So it's easily to put it on chain since we just have to deploy a smart contract within it. And if you really wanted to create your own native marketplace, that's feasible.
It's just that for what you're asking, your business doesn't seem scalable. You know, you're asking us to actually, fund your operating expenses.
Yeah, actually this is the start. Because the funding is not really to supply the expenses because currently we're still on bootstrapping, and whatever funds that I need to put in. That's why I'm not yet focused or keen on spending on digital marketing. So.
Kyle, the offer that I'm willing to make you is to see if we can engage you guys commercially. Maybe we can become a customer and we can try you out. And I think it might be also the way to build your business at this point in time.
If you rethink your ask, just like John Jay, I'd be happy to be one of your salespeople. Because I think we have a lot of clients who would be interested to do POCs on Web3, and it is my interest as Digital Pilipinas to put that forward. But sorry, sir, not at the rates that you're asking.
Yeah, understood. No problem.
I think that the business that you have in front is basically just like a development studio, right? It's just really hard to apply like traditional sort of like, internet valuation, I think, on this business, because it's just it's not even software as a service, it's just a labor as a service kind of a business. Like, I'm very curious to sort of like, to test out your abilities, right? That's what I'm asking, sort of like, you made the right pitch in terms of like, hey, NFT loyalty reward, that sounds interesting, right? Like, you can use that in a lot of places. That's what I'm asking. If it's just a concept, then I'm less interested. But if you have something that's ready off the shelf that we can deploy, I would love to sort of taking a look at that product.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, investors, for those wonderful and insightful feedbacks. Definitely, it will help us grow with the offers from John Jay and Miss Amor. We'll definitely, work together and also with Sir Wade.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
I was really surprised that I got a lot of insightful comments from Miss Amor, which will definitely help us in growing and applying this on our current business.
This is a play on the same theme of unrealistic expectations around valuation, especially for this kind of business. This is really a manpower business.
And I would have wanted him to say, hey, I did this blockchain project with the city of so-and-so, and I did it for free, but it works, right? And now I want to have more blockchain developers. But I didn't hear any of that. Everything was, find my kitty.
Yeah.
Next time on The Final Pitch, we reunite with John Yanuschak, the CEO of UBX. So it's day 2 of the pitches. Joining you as our guest judge, Ivailo Ivanov.
I am Patrick Mateo. Welcome, Diversion Express.
This is not a purdy industry.
My name is Rico Blando, a Tablia Filipino.
I would like to have a consistent delivery and no interruption in the supply chain.